How sweet it is to be loved by you nerds. What is up? It's me, your buddy pal HeyArcher. Welcome back to HeyArcher Live here on Nerd Affiliated. So happy to have you guys here with me and with each other tonight here on this Thursday night nerdy talk show where we sit back and relax. I said we sit back and relax. And hopefully by now you've poured yourself just a little bit of,
more specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
I just realized that this mug is blank on one side and then the other side is what shows. It's a Dragon Ball Z mug. Yeah, we drink that stuff. We talk about mugs and talk about whatever it is you guys want to talk about. So, of course, if you have a YouTube channel, podcast, blog, OnlyFans, newsletter, smoke signals, whatever it may be, put it in the chat, support one another, plug, yo, shit. We watched a brand new cartoon today that was pretty good, so we're going to talk about that. There's some drama around that cartoon. Also drama with our boy, Senor Captain America, so we'll talk about that. But like I said, we'll talk about anything you guys want to talk about as well. So make sure you say that all in the chat as Google once again kicks me out of my shiz. So I'll try to log back in the background as we are talking about stuff, and I forgot my password. It's okay, but without further ado, the man, the myth, the legend, it is me. I'm the problem. It is me. Happy. So happy to have you guys here with me today. What is the password to this thing? I can never remember. It says I changed my password 10 months ago. I don't remember. Oh, hey, it's fine. The chat apparently is open to everybody. Somebody changed my settings. I changed it today to subscriber only mode. Just curious. I was like, oh, let's see if that will do anything. But I think somebody probably thought I did that by mistake and then changed it back, because that tends to happen. What is my password to get in? Is it this? That worked. Boom. All right. We're game. Dave in the house. Good to see you. Ultra Carterzilla in the house. Good to see you. If you want to talk about hot toys and more, I highly recommend contacting Ed from Rebels, Reptiles, and Games. So you'd be a guest of his on his Hot Toys Sunday coffee this Sunday. Interesting. I didn't know he did that. I'll have to look into that. Somebody wake up Archer. Sorry, I was late. You know I was late? I'll tell you the truth. I tell you guys the truth all the time. Watching Real Housewives. More specifically, watching reunions of Real Housewives. We watched part 1 of the Real Housewives of New York reunion, and then we were watching part 2 of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion. So that's why I'm late. And I will tell you this. I'll tell you guys the truth. Like I said, I got into it. I've talked about this before off of the Vanderpump Rules show when all that drama stuff happened. You guys probably don't know about that. It's fine. I get more entertainment out of watching the stupid drama of rich people on these housewife shows these days, at least. I get more entertainment out of that than most of the content we get in the nerd space. Legit. No bullshit. No bullshit at all. And it's stupid. A lot of times it's stupid. It's train wreck. It's like, why are they even arguing? Why are they fighting? They got like 15 houses, blah, 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 blah. Cracks you up, man. It cracks you up. And with some exception to other shows, far more entertaining than anything being scripted. Guaranteed. 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 The man collects in the house. Good to see you. You guys saying hi to each other. KO in the house. Good to see you. Marsha in the house. Good to see you. Dada Films in the house. Good to see you. Was about to sloppy seconds for me, but man, Collects beat me out. What? Was it saying let's go? Oh, man. Tomorrow will mark the 4 years of me being on Instagram and the creation of my YouTube account. There you go. To commemorate my 4 years on Instagram, I will be doing a action figure unboxing reel tomorrow. There you go. Love that. Love that. Dave says, the biggest letdown of 2025 so far, Boogeyman is only a skin in Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, but it's probably because of layoffs. So for you Ghostbuster fans out there, the game had another patch come out with a new character, but very different from other releases where I guess using the word patch is probably more accurate because they legit just use existing play styles and then just overlaid the new character from the cartoon. So I've seen a lot of complaints about that. No new level, no anything. So I get it. I totally get it. And they did their layoffs. So I was surprised we even got this, to be honest, because they did layoffs a while ago. But that's the name of the game now, right? Anytime a company is like, things getting a little iffy, what should we do? No bonus this year. No, I got to pay for my 15 houses. Fire everybody. That's what we do. And then blame DEI for it. Sorry, had to say it. Dada. Dave's Dimension saying Dada. There you go. Legacy and Nerd. Now, it's good to see you. Everybody saying hi to each other. Love that. Doing good. Dope. Sub mode only. Filtering the fakers. There you go. No, it was, it is. Every so often I'm like, oh, I wonder if somebody new is going to come in, finding this like in their suggested or on their home screen. And if they want to interact, it's like, oh, to interact, you have to sub. That's all it is. Because all you guys are subbed. So it doesn't really make a difference to you guys. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Have a drink, have a smoke, have a Pepsi, eat a burger. That is correct. Real Housewives of YouTube, make it happen. I would watch that show. I would totally watch that show. I don't know who would be on it though. Like, I don't know any, that's the one thing I miss about working outside my house is interacting with people of all backgrounds and ages and hearing my younger employees or coworkers talk about influencers. And I'm like, no clue that person existed. Like zero. Like who, what, where, huh? I always think of this girl. Let me pull her up here. I may have talked about her on stream before. Let's see here. Switch to. Wow, my camera was working. Look at that. Emma Chamberlain. 12.1 million. Started just doing videos on her phone, like back in the day, and just absolutely blew up. Had no idea who this person was. Zero. And then I looked her up and I was like, wow, 12 million subs? Like that's not small. Like that's somebody of importance in YouTube. And started watching some of her videos just to learn, essentially. And entertaining. So yeah, I'm like, maybe somebody like her would do it, but she's also so big. It's like, what difference would it make? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it would need to be like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how they would do that, but I'd still watch it. Always watching stuff. Me too. Yep. Too much shit to watch in general, but I love it. Yeah. Man Collect says, I didn't see that comment. Sorry to make you sloppy seconds. Guaranteed Jet in the house. Good to see you. That's right. Dave Dimension, the Outer Dimensions podcast, is back on Fridays, 10:30 p.m. Eastern with Dre, Geek Dad. No, Geek Life. Sentai Geek Dad. Damn it, I'm forgetting the name. I'm forgetting the name change. Formerly of the Collector Space. Mega Dan in the house. Good to see you. We're saying hi to each other. Check your phone when you can. Team Replay Church. Where's my phone actually? Oh, here it is. What'd I miss? Let's see. I love that. Wow, and you shaved too. Look at that. Wow. You guys clean up good. JB, you know what? If JB wants to share the picture, it's not explicit. If JB wants to share the picture, he could do so on Instagram. I'm not going to put him on blast because I don't want him to go to heck. Because, you know, the Almighty is always watching. There are around 63 million YouTube channels. What the F? Is it really? 63 million? That's crazy. Creativity from the future. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Yeah, so, you know, a lot of shows I've been watching. Like I said, mostly in the reality space. But we finally got a new cartoon to talk about. So we'll do that. I'm going to do 2 quick plugs before we continue. And, yeah. So the first one, I shared this over on, is my audio still going? It is. Okay. I got a notification that was like audio was muted. So this one comes from Paco over on Facebook. He's also on Instagram. He follows us over on our Real Nerd Buster Instagram page. And sadly, somebody broke into his garage out in the San Diego area and jacked one of his proton packs. So if you live in the San Diego area, see this on Marketplace or in the streets, notify the authorities. Let's help him get his pack back. Crazy to me because in the full photo of the thief, he has 3 packs hanging on the wall and a vehicle. And I think the person only took 1 pack. The vehicle's still there. So in the grand scheme of things, I guess the crackheads are nerds because you have the option of proton packs or a car. They went for a proton pack. So hopefully he gets it back. He makes some cool packs though. So shout out to Paco. Give him a follow on Instagram. And of course, spread the word. Spread the word. The other one is going to be to our good friend, the Ectotech. I talked about this, I think, last week and the week before. But as a reminder, link is down below in the description. Trying to finish the museum, the car museum. So donate to the GoFundMe down there. He's been selling some of the cars, but he's also been buying some to add to the collection. So help a brother out. Donate to the GoFundMe, and let's make sure we get that garage going because your boy needs to ride around in an Ecto, and we need that garage so I can ride the Ecto, ride the DeLorean, Mach 5, all of it. So if you can, donate down below. Steve in the house, good to see you. So, yeah. We finally got a new cartoon to talk about. Something new in the Spider-Man realm to talk about. We have the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man cartoon just dropped. And gotta say, I enjoyed it. Tales old as time, where something is coming out, it's allegedly going to be, people freak out. Oh, it's going to be too woke. The sex, gender swaps, the race swaps, everything. People just go nuts and they prejudge the show. I think luckily by 2025, the year that we're in currently, which is crazy to say out loud, I think by this time we've all like that kind of noise has died down a bit. Like I feel like before it used to be very prevalent, right? But now it's like you hear a murmur of things and people kind of move on. So, decided to watch a show. I told you guys when I saw the trailer, I was like, there's actually seems like there's some premise to the show or promise to the show. And there was. So far, first 2 episodes dropped, 3 out of 5. I do think that the show is, sounds stupid. I'll say it out loud. I think the show is designed with kids in mind, of course. Very much a Spider-Man origin type of storyline, nothing new to any of us. But I think if you want to enjoy the show, and this is something that's really hard for us older folk out here in these streets, you have to get over the fact that it's not Spider-Man the animated series. Like anytime, a new Spider-Man cartoon comes out, movie comes out, we always judge it on the OG. Legacy enjoyed it. Power Rangers, same thing. We always judge it on the OG. Batman, Superman, all of it. We always go back to what is the most iconic version of that. If you can stop doing that, you'll find joy in some of these shows. And this one, like I said, first episodes, it's really good. It is really good. Like I said, there's tons of race and gender swaps in it. So I'll give you the heads up on that. I think though at this point, if it bothers you, there's nothing any of us could say about it. Like if it's gonna bother you, it's gonna bother you. But if you can get past that, very enjoyable first 2 episodes. I actually really like his web shooters on this. I think this is gonna be a really fun cosplay for kids this year. At New York Comic Con, I would love to see this. I think the people who designed this suit, I think they had that in mind. If I'm being honest, I'm always honest. I don't know why I said that. Why did I say that? Why did I say that? Actually, as a sales manager, I'm not in sales now, but when I was a sales manager, I told all of my team members, I was like, you can never, ever, ever tell a customer that you're trying to sell if I'm being honest or to be honest, because that obviously implies you're not telling the truth in other things, whether you say it or not. So I don't know why I just said that. However, I think this suit, it's fun. It'll be a great cosplay for people. And I can't wait to see people make the canister in the back with the cords going to the web swingers web shooters. So it's gonna be a good time. Team Jugs in the house. Good to see you. By the way, I'll say I won't put your name on blast because you never really posted here, but Team Jugs started an Etsy store for candles, and I picked up one for Juniper, and bitch is almost gone. I've been blasting through this thing like 8 hours a day because I share the office with a litter box. And this has saved a day. So I will be ordering more of that. So shout out to Team Jugs. He said, if it's not Tobey Maguire, I'm not watching. Fair. Completely fair. Keep that energy, though, with the animated series. I'm kidding. No, I get it. I get it. But this cartoon, I was thinking about this when I first started talking about it, and I didn't say it. This cartoon gives me that first movie vibe. Like it does. Like it feels like this current generation, or by this current generation, I guess, whoever the 7 to 16 demo is at the moment, I feel like this is like their version of the first movie, the first Tobey movie. That's how it feels. That's how it feels, especially with the suit. So give it a shot. It is going to be a little bit cartoony at times. Some of the action is very MCU-ish. Again, I don't want to spoil anything, but It's not. This is, by the way, this is not Tom Holland Spider-Man. So there's a note, of course, but it does feel like the fights are very MCU. Legacy could agree or disagree there. If he also got that vibe. Oh yeah, no problem. Anthony in the house, good to see you. Spider-Man's always fun. As long as it's fun, I'm in. Just don't make Spider-Man serious unless you're doing Spider-Man noir. That's true. That's true. Now, it's funny. I let off with everything about the swaps in the show. But it turns out the voice actor also had comments about that. And it made Fox News. Oh God, it made Fox News. Let's see what it says. Spider-Man voice actor said his biggest fear was new Disney Plus series being annoying and woke. The Marvel's MCU has received backlash in the past for its woke portrayal of iconic American superheroes. Funny, that's going to come back to that. Punisher writer bashes Marvel and DC's woke politicization. DC's bad, but Marvel's worse. It's funny. He was also, if it's the same guy, bashing the Punisher symbol on the police uniforms, right? I don't know if it's the same guy, but anyway. So the voice actor Hudson Thanes told Collider in an interview published Tuesday, he was worried the new Disney Plus series, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, would be annoying and woke. Although the voice actor felt some trepidation about how the new series would be written, he was pleasantly surprised when he finally saw the script. So even just stopping there, there's nothing further to talk about. If you're somebody who's like, I'm going to read this to see how the show is woke and whatever. But you guys know I hate seeing that anyway. But argument done. The guy thought it was going to be kind of bad. He was wrong. He was like, oh, I actually liked it. So boom. But people are grabbing the headline and thinking that the show is annoying and woke, right? I feel like most of these people weren't going to watch the show anyway. I almost said it again. I feel like I'm getting rusty on the salesy thing. I feel like most of these people were not going to watch the show anyway. If you saw the headline that the voice actor was coming across, MAGA-ish because he was pointing out the show might be woke and annoying, you probably weren't going to watch the show. So there's that. But I would encourage all of you, if you can, check out the first 2 episodes, see if you like it. I know there's going to be some cameos throughout the show. One of them that we're all really excited to see. I'll leave it at that. So check it out and let me know what you think. Do let me know what you think. Now, I did mention about being American. The hell's this? There he is. Oh, sorry. And like I said, the review was the first 2 episodes. I'll do an overall review when the show's done, see if it holds up. I'm not going to lie. I kind of wish they did an episode dump. I do. But, whatever. All right. So Ultra says I won't be able to watch the new Spider-Man series mainly because I don't have Disney Plus, which I don't plan on getting back anytime soon. Yeah, I mean, hey, if you get a chance to, go for it. I'm not telling you to resubscribe just for the show, but if you get a chance to, you're good. Steve said I enjoyed it. I also gave it a 3.5 like you. We're never getting another 90s animated series. Yeah. And hey, let's not forget, there's that rumor going around about them bringing back the animated series for a freaking 97 treatment. I don't want it. I don't want it. I thought long and hard about it. I was on the fence about it before. Oh my God. It's like a freaking like spoiler on the screen. Damn it. Hang on, let me switch screens real quick. I hope that was wrong. Because that's gonna be pretty awesome. If that's true. Google. What was I talking about? Oh. So I remember when I can talk about 97 with spoilers now. It's been long enough. We were all loving X-Men 97 week to week. You know, one of the best shows of last year. Was it better than Cape Crusader? I'd say yes. Although I feel like it's kind of cheating. Anyway, in the final episode of 97, we saw Peter Parker. We saw animated series Peter Parker and Mary Jane. They were looking at the news as whatever was happening, therefore making them canon in that universe. Bo DeMeo, who was the showrunner who got fired, confirmed that's exactly who that was. There's no confusing. It was Peter Parker and Mary Jane. So,
Perfect.
Thank you, Steve. The $4.99 super chat. Appreciate you paying for my Disney Plus subscription. So we got confirmation that it's Peter Parker and Mary Jane, and at that point, people were saying there was murmurs amongst Disney that they might bring back the animated series for a sequel series. I couldn't think of any other way to phrase that. Anywho, I don't want it to happen. What we discussed last time was the ending of Spider-Man the Animated Series. In fact, we watched it here on the stream once, and Peter Parker gets to meet Stan Lee. Final episode of the animated series. I guess spoiler alert. And the only one here is probably not seeing it is JB. But you know, he meets Stan Lee. He goes to the real world, gets to see, you know, that he is a cartoon and a comic, and then goes back into the wormhole with Madam Web. And he's like, we're going to find Mary Jane. So at least we got closure that he found Mary Jane because they're in the show. But I feel like that's where it ends. Like, you don't need an animated series to continue. Like that, to me, that's it. Perfect. Right? Done. So if they bring it back, I feel like they risk the chance of ruining it. Now, Bo's not there anymore. So I'm even more untrusting of their abilities to not ruin the show. If this was, you know, if we already had 3 seasons of X-Men 97 and they were all great, and we knew that Bo was only involved in the first 2 and lightly was involved in writing on the 3rd one, but all 3 were great, then maybe I feel a little bit better. But at the moment, I don't trust Disney to not ruin a continuation of that series. And I feel like we're allowed to have a story start and end. And I feel like that one had a perfect ending. So, boom. It's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. Dave said it would be hard to do a Spidey animated series plus Spidey cameo in 97 showed Peter with MJ. Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He was there. So it's like, we got the happy, we knew the happy ending was coming. Didn't have to see it, but they ended up showing it to us anyway, all these years later. So let's just enjoy the moment. It's fine. But somebody who's ruining his own moments every time we turn around is, why did I switch it to this one? Is our good friend Anthony Mackie. And you guys probably may or may not know where I'm going to take this, but we'll go through it. You know, we have a history, Anthony and I, right? he has no idea who we are. But we got demonetized off of an Anthony Mackie clip. So there's that. But I've talked about before how he tends to put his foot in his mouth and his actions tend to cause issue. That's a thing. Right. Now the Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show came out a couple years ago, and freaking ads. And I enjoyed it. We talked about it on the channel from time to time. It was a very forgettable show, and I don't mean that in necessarily a bad way. Like, it's a show that while it was on, we enjoyed it. Memorable moments. It brought us U.S. Agent, who was an amazing villain on the show. And we were like, okay, he is accepting the mantle of Captain America. Like that happens on the show. Sadly, a lot of people didn't watch the show. And for that reason, this is not my original thought, this part here. So, but I'll credit John Campea. He made a good point. He was like, a lot of people didn't watch the show, and because of that, they're going from Endgame to Brave New World. That's going to be their jump. So they see him receiving the shield, and then in this movie, he's just Cap. So there's a couple different ways they can take this, right? And his thought. Now we're back into my thought. There's a couple different ways they can take this. They can pretend like a TV show didn't happen, or that could be still part of this story, which is he's Cap and nobody thinks he should be Cap because he's not Cap. One of the things I loved about it was the TV show. One of the things I love about the TV show, as he's battling with the idea of being Captain America, and this also happened in the comic book, the conversation was very relatable to real life. People saying, you're not Captain America. And him saying, I'm not Captain America. He said, I'm Sam Wilson. Steve Rogers is Captain America. And even though Steve Rogers told him, no, you are Captain America, like it's more than just me, Sam didn't really accept it as like its truth. And that was one of the good storylines of the show. I thought it was really enjoyable. He didn't want it. And Bucky was like, you don't deserve it. It's Steve's. But then in the end, he gives it to Sam. He's like, you know what? He gave it to you. I trust him. You are him. So again, I enjoyed the show. Will they play that out in this movie? Ultimately, I hope not. I hope that in the movie, they don't rehash some of that from the TV show because he's already gotten past it. We'll see. But it still remains that people do not view, and by people I mean the public, in real life, outside the comic book as well, do not view Sam Wilson as Captain America. So to me, it is up to all parties involved to be like, hey, agreed. We all know that he, in the eyes of the world, he's not Captain America. That is the story here. Please come watch our movie. It's going to be fun. In this post Last Jedi world, in this post Disney doing Disney, there's no such thing as a guaranteed win with superheroes anymore. So I feel like we have to do everything we can just to make sure, hey, come watch a movie. I'm not going to piss people off. We're not going to pull a Brie Larson and, don't come see my movie if you look like blank. Like I feel like we're kind of past that. But Anthony Mackie does an Anthony Mackie, right? Anthony Mackie clarifies his viral Captain America comment, I'm a proud American, what was the comment? Well, let's see. So I was going to play a clip. I decided not to because, again, I don't want to get banned or demonetized once again. Maybe on social media I'll share it. But he was doing a conversation to promote the movie. And he said, to me, Captain America represents a lot of things, and I don't think the term America should be one of those representations. And then he continues to say, it's important to keep reading sometimes. To me, it's about a man who keeps his word, who has honor, dignity, and integrity. Somebody who's trustworthy and dependable. So people grabbed the shit up. People grabbed it up and they were like, here we go again, blah, 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 blah. So, of course, you can see here he's come out and said, hey, I'm a proud American. But let's go based on the original comment for now, right? Captain America does not represent America. To me, right, my opinion, and I confirmed with the team just to be sure. I was like, hey, guys, am I sounding crazy? They said no. To me, that is false. To say Captain America does not represent America. That is false. In the comic books, in the movies, this has literally come up. This has literally come up. Captain America does represent America. He represents the people. He represents freedom. He represents standing up for what is right. That is the American dream, American, like on paper, like that's what America is. What he does not represent is the American government. Captain America is not a representation of that. U.S. agent was that. So what I think Anthony Mackie was trying to portray and convey was that idea. He does not represent, racism. He does not represent keeping illegals out, keeping refugees out, telling people don't come here. He doesn't represent any of that stuff. He represents the people. He's all for the greater good. He is all for being American. What the concept is of being American. So out of curiosity today, I was like, let me look at some of the videos online of people who, of course, are going to come for him. And I can't believe I'm defending Anthony Mackie right now. But of course, I watch videos and they were going to town. They were going to town, saying nasty shit. And that kind of person, right? That side of the fandom, to me, is part of the reason why Anthony Mackie at times can be a real douche, right? Come across as a douche. I don't doubt he might be a douche in real life anyway, but to me, that side of the fandom is why he already has a chip on his shoulder. And in playing the character, Sam Wilson's going to have a chip on his shoulder. Art imitates reality in this case. But I feel like what Anthony Mackie should not be doing is trying to ruffle feathers. No pun intended. We need people to be like, hey, let's go check out this movie. Truthfully, I want more of these stories. I just want them to be good. There's a lot of people who are already checked out. There's a lot of people checked out of Marvel, Star Wars, etc. The last thing they need is somebody saying something that's going to just come across similar to like the Brie Larson type shit back in the day, where she was like, if you're a white man, don't come watch my movie. Like, we don't need that kind of talk anymore, per se. But I think I know what he was trying to say. So in a way, I'm defending him. But at the same time, shut up. Dude, shut up. Shut up. Don't ruin it. Similar to the Spider-Man cartoon, anybody who's mad about what he said, I don't think that's the reason why they're not going to go see the movie. I don't think those people were going to see the movie anyway until it was on streaming. And also, news like this does very little. Does very little to overall box office. Most of society that is in the addressable market of watching this movie has no idea this even happened and doesn't even care. They don't. This is super niche of us to go and seek out stories like this. So, do I think the movie's going to perform well? I think it breaks even at least. And like most, I'm hoping that it's amazing because we do want to make Marvel great again. But I'm not holding my breath. I'll be honest. I fucking said it again. God damn it. Sorry. Sorry. And they also said the other day that, everybody was wrong about the estimates of the movie, that it costs lower to make than expected. We'll see. But like I said, at the moment, I think the movie breaks even in a best case scenario. I think I had it. Let's see. The original estimate. Let's go to the sheets and then we'll go to the comment section. I didn't even enter it here. I think original estimates came out that it was like 195. And then they said it's actually not true. 12 hours ago, the budget said 180 versus the Marvel's 374. Okay, so maybe before we saw the rumors of like 250 to 300. Yeah, 275. Originally, people thought 275. Really, it's 180. We still roll with the rule of two. So over here, budget is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? No, I went too aggressive. So 360 is what we're looking for. It's probably going to get. Right now, I think they're estimating 95 opening weekend on this movie. Looking back, let's go to. Oh, sorry. Oh wait, I put studio as Marvel. That's weird. Let's change that actually. Boom, boom. Yeah. I don't know if motion pictures is different, so I'll leave that for now. But anyway, let's also narrow this down to Marvel. And I'm obviously missing a lot. I got to fix my sheet. Anyway, domestic opens here. The Marvels 46, the Eternals, Shang-Chi in the 70s, Black Widow 80, Ant-Man and the Wasp 75, Doctor Strange 85, Winter Soldier was 95, Thor 85. Yeah, them calling for 95 would be one of the better. What am I saying? Where are the other ones? Let's undo here what we've done. And then just leave on Marvel. There we go. Oh, because I had Fox in here. Yeah. I'm an idiot. All right, so total. We're going to domestic open. Actually, let's invert that. All right. So if it opens up in that 95 range, it's in the top 25 out of, top third of all these movies. I think it's doable. Movies have been going strong with, in terms of like kids movies. So if there's any parents out there that are like, oh, I want to go to the theaters and see something, they'll see Captain America and be like, oh, okay, we'll go see that. So you'll get some pull for that. But, I don't think it breaks 150. I don't see how that's possible, because now you're talking, Deadpool territory. No, it's not going to do that. Are you guys planning on seeing this opening weekend? Is a goal to see Captain America opening weekend? The one thing I am tired of, I will say this, I am utterly tired of them comparing Winter Soldier. At this point, let's just make it happen. I'm tired of them saying it's going to be like Winter Soldier. No, like either it comes out and we say it, oh my God, it's like Winter Soldier, or we don't. I'm tired of them saying it's the next Winter Soldier, because we've not had that. It's at movies not happened. It's not happened. One other thing too, just to call out, and then again I'll get to the chat here. I think that the suit, I don't think it's a spoiler, it's my theory based on trailers. I don't think that he is going to get super soldier serum in the movie. A lot of people have said that on my video. They're like, oh, he's probably going to get super soldier serum, and that's why he can go against the Hulk. John Campea, he brought up the fact that, maybe they're using the Hulk as the main villain for marketing, but really he's not the main villain of the movie. I think his new suit is gonna, because he already got the wings from Wakanda. I'm thinking that to justify stuff, they're gonna make the whole suit like a Black Panther suit, and that's why he's doing all sorts of wild shit in the trailer. That's my opinion. Because originally the suit was very much just like regular clothes, like Captain America, like everybody else. But in the trailer, he's doing some real wild stuff. So I think the whole suit's going to be vibranium. Have all the powers of the Wakanda suits, and that's why he's going to be able to do cool stuff. My thought. I'd rather them not do that, but we'll see. I saw some stuff in the trailers and I was like, I think that's where they're going with it. But let's get to the comments here. All right. So Dave said, I think Anthony's words came out the wrong way. I get what he meant, that Cap represents more than America. It also is a symbol of hope and fighting for those who can't fight regardless of nationality. Yeah, exactly. We're on the same page. Excel sheets. I'm just in time. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Anthony says, I'll probably try to see it that weekend just so we can discuss. Yeah, I've said that before. Like at this point, if I go to a movie opening weekend or at all, really, it's for the sake of this channel. It's not because I'm like, I need to see this. Superman might be different. Ultra Carter says, I do plan on watching it, but most likely not on the day it comes out, as I have plans on Valentine's Day. There you go. Love to hear it. Legacy says, or his new suit is like the G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra suit. That would be awesome. And then Channing Tatum shows up, not as Gambit, and then dies. Yeah, that would be great. I do stand corrected on one thing. I made this post about the the figures peg warming at my local spot. And for the most part, they've sold. They have sold. So I don't know what's happened in the last week or so. Maybe the movie is gaining popularity. But the Marvel Legend figures of Captain America are starting to move. So it's good to see. Looking into a refill. And, you know, as many of us have said, including the man collects in his videos, you know, if the movie ends up being great, we'll be all in on the figures. Because the figures do look good. They do look good. You know, but hey, I don't know how many of you guys remember, but back when those X-Men 97 figures came out, they weren't moving that fast. They were moving, they weren't moving fast. Show dropped, changed the game. Change the game. So yeah, ultimately, I think he misspoke. I know what he was trying to say, but don't talk, dude. You're not that guy. You're not that guy. Don't talk. Let the movie come out and do your thing. Dave said, I already copped Cap and Falcon Marvel Legends. Good. So you're good. There you go. Wife and I are seeing it on Valentine's. She loves Marvel movies. Yeah, it's good. I love that. Man collects says he gave in and bought the Brave New World figures. There you go. In your defense, has also been dry out there. So, you know, you need to scratch that itch of picking something up. Not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. And I'm loving all the people who are putting the fake mustache on Red Hulk. I'm thoroughly enjoying that. The only pickup I've had recently, I shared it on Instagram. I still haven't opened it up. Was this the Naked Mikey, Naked Last Ronin? $10. Couldn't pass up on it. The ninjas, the ninja figures, the white ones at Walmart. Somebody sent me a picture. They're going for $5 now. So you can find those Sinja ninjas, I think they're called. $5. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. The Morbius movie figure also sold well. Did we get figures for that movie? I don't think we did. I don't think Hasbro does the Sonyverse figures, right? Like we got the Tom Holland stuff because of the cameo or the collaboration with Disney. But I don't think they do the Fox things. Pretty sure. Could be wrong. I do want to highlight this from Legacy of Nerd. I was happy to see this. Chris Evans confirms that he will not be in Avengers Doomsday. Yeah, no, happily retired. I hope that's true. Although he did come back for Deadpool Wolverine, which, like, why wouldn't you come back for that? But apparently not going to be in Doomsday. So I hope that remains true. I do hope that remains true. Ultra said recent pickups this week were Jurassic Park Hammond Collection, Allosaurus, and the 93 Classic Nardry Raptor Chaseback, which you got for $12. Oh, there you go. That's good. We got one and Venom. There was a Morbius figure and Venom? Really? Let's see. Marvel Legends Morbius. Let's go to the tape, Bob. Yeah, that one's a custom there. Yeah, technically I think these were comic based, and this one was the cartoon. There was this one, but that was also more comic based. I have that Spider-Man, don't I? I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Now this one I wanted just for the sake of the animated series collection I have going on. But I couldn't justify $50 on two figures that, you know, this Morbius with it's the plastic or lack of soft goods, plastic trench coat, plastic cape. You can only do so much. We got the movie one, trust me, LOL. Specifically Craven from the Craven movie, but I highly doubt it'll happen. Legacy, was it a different company that made it, or was it Hasbro? Send me an eBay link. Let me see if I can pull that over here. Let's see. Is the Legacy of Nerd fibbing on live stream? We'll find out. The Legacy of I don't think that's. Hang on, let me switch to the other browser. I don't think that's movie. I don't think that's movie. Is that movie? I don't think it's movie. I don't think he dressed like that in the movie. Barely finished it. If I even did, I don't even remember if I finished it. I do have two figures from this wave, which makes me tempted to want to finish the wave out. Because I have Gwenpool, Ghost Spider, and I have Miles Morales. So it'd be cool to be able to finish out the Venom pool. But at the same time, I'm not willing to spend $25 a figure to finish it. I would love to see Hasbro do a Marvel Legends figure of Sabretooth from Deadpool and Wolverine to display him against my Wolverine. Yeah. We didn't get Marvel Legends figure Jared Leto's. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, this one's different. This one is different. Let's see if Big Bad's doing any sales. You know, I've never purchased anything from Big Bad Toy Store. Never. I'm strictly a Amazon and Hasbro Pulse shopper. I think I've ordered from Ringside Collectibles, but aside from that, I've never purchased from Big Bad, Entertainment Earth, Macari, eBay. None of them. But I get tempted talking to you guys. You guys are bad influences. They, of course, have some Hot Toys here. Actually, maybe we should go to Hot Toys page. See what they got going on over there. You know what? Let's go over to Marvel Legends. 118, 109, 94. These are all way overpriced. Way over the for a company like Big Bad Toy Store, if they do have a warehouse, just take the L. Be like, hey guys, these Eternal figures are taking up space. We gotta let them go. Just donate that shit. Donate it or make this $10. I don't know. Oh, that's a good price. This is a real sleeper set. The Loki with Tesseract. I have the Tesseract on display downstairs. That Loki figure, I use that as a Peter Parker body. It's a great set for $50. It's worth the pickup. That is worth the pickup. Let's see. Wow, that's a good price. This is a great set too. $30 for Peter and Ned. That's good. But also, you guys want to make sure you're checking out Amazon. If you are ever looking for some Marvel Legends and you see them over here. Marvel Legends in general. I always suggest you hit up Amazon just to see what they got going on. Because that new wave, for example, the Captain America wave, it's like $2 to $5 cheaper on Amazon right now versus in Target. I can't believe they're still moving forward with that Vision show. Last time I ordered something in Big Bad Toy Store was a week ago. I ordered the DNA designed DK52 upgrade kit, which will arrive next week. Nice. There you go. There you go. Yeah, they got good stuff. There's some good stuff. Decent prices. If you can't get to an Ollie's or Ross like myself, this hits the mark. It does the job. Yeah, you can buy each of these figures for cheaper than you can buy the whole pack. So why would you do that? I don't know. Let's go to Sideshow. See what they got going on. And then we'll start to wrap. I got to start writing down what this price is because I feel like the price keeps changing on this one. Let's see. Shop. It's just taking forever to load. I wanted that Tony Todd to replace James Spader as the voice of Ultron, as Tony Todd's voice was as the Fallen from Transformers is better. But since we lost Tony Todd 2 months ago, it will never happen. Yeah. Yeah, R.I.P. R.I.P. Let's see. On the daily deals... nothing to write home about. Let's look at all the deals. I hate when they put like normal price things here that are just like on pre-order. Like that doesn't count as a deal. Ooh, Snake Plissken. Have we seen that before? The real hair. That looks terrible. And they have the nerve to charge more money for that. Yeah. Yeah, I'd buy sculpted all day. That looks okay. The NECA thing, Kurt Russell thing figure, that's one of the best Kurt Russell head sculpts I've seen. Easily. Yeah, we've seen a lot of this already. Wow, that went to wait list. And that was on sale for a long time. I think this small went down to like $185 at one point. I want to say. It's funny, we look at this every week and we don't order anything. Just window shopping. Yeah, wish I had the room. I really wish I had the room. Something that is going on. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Is if you're a fan of Blade Runner 2049, there's currently an auction going on for items from the movie. Who is doing that auction? No. I had it saved. Let me do Blade Runner auction. Search. Blade Runner 2049 auction. Here we go. Prop store. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Because we have to have more. It's true. Just Samson in the house. Good to see you. 2049 was good. They shouldn't have made it a direct sequel. I think that hurt it. I don't know if it directly hurt it. I don't know. It's a good question. It's a good question. But yeah, you can see here, you can bid on actual props from the movie. This is pretty sweet, I gotta say. But oh man, this coat here. Adam Savage actually recreated this over on Tested, and he did a good job. He did a real good job. It's a pretty fly coat. It's a pretty fly coat. Saw some really good Blade Runner cosplays at Comic-Con over the years. Here, I'll put it in the link for you, the link in the chat for you, Samson. Dave Bautista glasses. That's right. Yeah, he's in that movie. Yeah, these auctions are good. I know Legacy pointed out the Power Ranger one a couple times, and some people got some legit real suits from the movie. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, it's a funny thing when it comes to buying screen used items, because you'll pay all the money to say you have the real thing, but then you're like, what do you do with it? Right? Like, it's on display, and like this glass, right? You could be like, oh, that's the actual glass from the movie. But you spent $400 on a glass. Like, you just go buy a glass. You could figure out, I'm sure somebody online knows the make of this glass. You can just buy one. Be like, oh, this is the same one this is the same brand or whatever used in the movie, instead of it being like, this was the actual one from the movie. I don't know. I'm weird about stuff like that. To me, like, things would have to be gifted. Like, hey, this, thanks for coming to the set, or hey, I worked on the movie, I don't want this anymore, here's this thing from blank. Like, to me, I'll be like, that's awesome. But for the most oh man, might get banned on YouTube for that one. This blank is $1,000. That is funny. That is funny. I have the male one too. Oh my god. Yeah, I rather receive the things as a gift, or a lower price than all screen use things. Somebody sent me that video. If you guys remember, there was a girl who was like, she lives with her parents. She spends all her money on turtle stuff, and she bought a Mikey head from the third movie for $2,000. I was like, $2,000 is actually not bad for an actual screen used turtle head. Like, I don't know. I'd rather spend $2,000 on something else. It might just be me. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me catch up. Let's see. I know K-Walk is in the house. Good to see you. It's been nearly 7 years. I watched Blade Runner 2049 as I watched it when it aired on Cinemax during the summer of July 2018. Yeah, I agree with that. Should have been its own story. Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't think that was an issue, but interesting that other people think that. Dope jacket. Yep. I've always imagined what it would have been like if Arnold Schwarzenegger played Rick Decker in Blade Runner. I don't think I would have liked that, because I think what made the Decker thing is similar to Jackie Chan, right? What makes them cool is they're not like invincible. They're not the biggest dude in the room. They're not intimidating. They get hurt. And I feel like Harrison Ford, he wasn't even Harrison Ford when he played Decker. He was a normal man. And if you had somebody like Arnold doing it, I think he would stand out. I don't think it would work as well. Fun fact, the first time I saw Blade Runner was actually in a theater. I was traveling for work, and me and a guy passed the theater doing a show of the director's cut. I mentioned never seeing it. Oh, okay. He was horribly offended, and we went in. I've said this numerous times. I'll never get tired of saying it. First of all, Blade Runner, I think, I think Blade Runner did a lot for sci-fi, and there's a lot of things we enjoy now because of Blade Runner. Similar to, is it the Odyssey? What's the movie with the guy in the ship? Space 2099 or something. I can't remember the name of it. But there's like staples in science fiction. Star Trek, So Blade Runner did a lot for the tech noir side of sci-fi, and I think gets extra bonus points for that. Now, I think on its own, if you're not a big sci-fi head, the movie's like, it's like, what is this? Like, I don't think Blade Runner is the greatest thing since sliced bread. If you're just trying to get a casual person to watch it, not that great. I was very confused by the poor reception to 2049 because people showed interest in the movie, but I was like, if you find 2049 boring, do you not think the original's boring? Because they're like, to me, they're the same. Like, yes, they're two distinct movies, but they're very much similar. If anything, 2049 has more action in it, and it barely has any action. So I don't understand when people are like, oh, I don't like 2049. I only like the original. And I'm like, kind of the same. Maybe I'm wrong. That's pretty cool, though, getting the gun. I would love if they released these things as replicas. Would love to buy it. Wow, the horse is $2,500. Ooh. Man, this makes me want to watch the movie again. Didn't we get a Netflix cartoon? Am I making that up? There was like some sort of series for Blade Runner. I can't believe that jacket's $10,000. And meanwhile, the bar is only $2,500. Although shipping is going to cost you way more, but the book with Rachel, $500. See, those are fun things to bid on. Something is like $500, screen used, yeah. The picture for $1,000. Those are fun things. I think once you pass that 1,000 mark, it gets a little dicey. It's only worth what people are willing to pay. Yeah, they should make everything Blade Runner now. Why not? All the clothes, etc. Yeah. Steve, would you spend the $2,000 on a personal bat suit? Maybe. I don't think I've seen Blade Runner. Don't tell Kenny. I don't get offended. That one I don't get offended by. If somebody says I've not seen Blade Runner, I'm like, okay, that's fine. I spent $2,000 on anything X-Files. Okay. $2,000 Space Odyssey. Thank you. Yes.
What? Perfect.
Oh wait, what do we get? What was that? Super chat from Legacy. Wow. I swear I've been listening, but I've been putting the baby down. That's acceptable. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. So I don't think I'd be able to buy a bat suit for $2,000. If I could get a screen used bat suit from either 89 Returns or the Ben Affleck ones, yeah, I think I would do that. Entire suit, that'd be cool. But I think I'm trying to think, and maybe you guys, what would you guys? Well, K-Walk said she spent 2,000 on anything from X-Files. What would be a realistic item that you would buy for 2,000 from a property? And hell, is there something you'd spend 10,000 on if you had the chance? And it can't be a vehicle, because vehicles obviously would go for way more. But like, if they were like, hey, you can get this movie thing for 10 G's. Let's do two. We'll do two questions. 10 G's, right? Like you're going deep into savings. Your 10G purchase from a movie, and what would be I would have no issue spending 500. Like I wouldn't think about it. Like this, if I saw for $500, boom, from a movie. Two ends of the spectrum. As we continue to scroll. Wait, am I back on the main page again? Oh, there's probably just multiples. A 10G item. They auctioned Affleck's. Can you find out what it went for? Did they? I know they auctioned off or not auction, but you could buy the tumblers. Oops. Let's go by 100 lots a page. Oh, they don't really have a lot. Sold. A lot of forever stuff. Oh, what was that? What did that go for? We got to log in to see what it went for? That's lame. Oh, wow. Okay. This is all forever. Oh, and Batman and Robin. Bane suit sold. That's cool. Wow, that one did sell. Whoa. Estimated 60 to 120. Damn. I do an event every year called Who Cares? And we had a Blade Runner item in our silent auction. Didn't think much of it until just now. Oh, there you go. Yeah, they do a lot of auctions apparently. All right, so a movie thing I'd spend money on for $500. I think it would have to be like a weapon or something like how they had the Blade Runner, like the LAPD badge, you know, it'd have to be a prop like that. Something that's very identifiable for the movie. Yeah, like if it was like not even like it's my favorite movie or anything, but like a Judge Dredd LAPD badge. If they're like, oh, this is the one like Stallone had, like on his uniform, I spent 500 on that. That'd be cool to have. But a dream like 10,000 purchase. Man. Maybe if it was something like, if it was like all 4 weapons from like Turtles 89, or sorry, Turtles 90. Like the actual screen used weapons, size, swords, the nunchucks, and the bow staff. If I had the money, That'd be cool. Oh, with a Casey Jones mask too. That'd be neat. But I feel it's got to be bigger. It feels like for 10 G's, it's got to be bigger. Something cooler. Maybe like a Judge Dredd suit. Screen use Judge Dredd suit. I don't know. That's the only thing that comes to mind. Like I can't, because you're not getting a bat suit for 10 grand, right? Couldn't get maybe they'll sell you the cowl, but I can't justify that on a cowl. But when I think of like iconic uniforms or suits from a movie, I always go to Dredd. I always go to Judge Dredd. I spent a couple $1,000 on a batsuit, Keaton, Bale, or Affleck. $500 on maybe a stormtrooper gun or a helmet. $10K, I don't know. Yeah, $500 on a stormtrooper gun or helmet. Because here's the thing too, right? Like, are we talking an item you can buy like right now from Hasbro? You know. Like if they were like 500 for I'm trying to think Ghostbusters wise. What would be a 500 purchase that is like reasonable? 500 for like the belt gizmo and a PKE. No, that'd be too low. 10 grand to be like a PKE meter and a trap or something. Yeah, I don't know. 500's got to be something small like that. It only makes sense to me if a $500 item is something small. So like, I don't know. The Spangler glasses and the stethoscope or the thing. Yeah, like that stick thing with the case. Yeah, if they were like, you get the glasses and then you get like the stethoscope here. And then they had the other thing when they were in the library. Ghostbusters. Ready to Believe You ad. Yeah, like some of these little like BS things. I do that. Get the jacket. Do the lab coat. And a tie. I do that. Yeah, but it's hard to justify like 10 G's on something that wasn't like super duper iconic. Like if the Proton Pack was 10 G's like from the movie, maybe, but even then I'm like, I could just make stuff. I could make something. It doesn't have to be for the movie. And then you get to see how heavy it really was to wear that stuff. But yeah, so if you want some Blade Runner stuff, link is in the comment section. You can check that out. But yeah, I think that's a wrap. That's an episode. Thank you guys once again for stopping by the stream. A good time as always. Let me know if you guys do watch the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, what you think about it. And yeah, Captain America is in like 2 weeks. So I got to buy tickets to that. I have to see it again for the channel. If not for the channel. But are you guys more excited for Captain America or Thunderbolts? It's probably the real major question. And which one is America I'm more excited for? I don't think any casual people are talking about Thunderbolts. I don't think any buzz for Thunderbolts will happen until like the week before, when Florence Pugh and David Harbour are like really doing their press run. But until then, casuals don't care. They don't care. HeyArcher Live every Thursday, 8:15ish p.m. here on Nerd Affiliated. I didn't do a Nerdy Coffee this week, so maybe I'll do one this weekend or something. I don't know. I'll think about it. But Anthony does have a video. Oh, there you go. He has a video dropping tomorrow. Some HasLab trap mods. Whoop. I got to actually do some recording as well for some upgrades. So maybe I'll record that this weekend, release it next week. Dada says, thanks for the therapy session. You need a refund if this is your therapy section. Appreciate all you guys. Have a good one. Pour a nice one. I'll talk to all you nerds in the next video. Peace. We're out of here.
Vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Yeah, come on, push a button. Push a goddamn button.
More specifically, vodka. Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.